think a little bit of both. Credit to App State, they bring it every time we play them. It's one of those things like, they brought some fans, had a good scheme on both sides of the ball, and they came to play. And glad we got the win. We got some good things. We got a lot of things to fix, but it's stressful. But at the same time, playing football out there and making plays, it's about as fun as it gets. So.
Drake, how comforting is it as a quarterback to know that in the backfield we've got an absolute dude like Maye who can pop it off for 60 yards and drop it back?
Yeah, we go. Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, just keep feeding him the rock. I think y'all see him when he walked in. He's a tough dude to tackle for 4 quarters. I don't think anybody. I know, sure, I wouldn't want to tackle him. Along with British, those two and Caleb, there's 3 big backs that break tackles, make plays, and it's fun handing the ball to them and watching them go.
Your last touchdown run looked like you had a little more juicy celebration than usual. Was that just in the moment?
Yeah, just in the moment. I think last year in overtime, the state just left a bad taste in our mouth. Overtime should be something to pride ourselves in, and just having fun, making plays, and did a little finger roll. So
Max,
glad to get it doing.
Max said he's going to miss App State, or not miss playing App State. Are you going to miss that type of game and this atmosphere that keeps on developing between you guys?
I wouldn't say I'm going to miss it, but it's always fun. I'd rather play, at App State. I like playing. That environment was pretty dope. Shout out to our fans, student section and just other fans showing out, staying all 4 quarters. It meant a lot. App State showed up well, but I definitely. Got our lick back from losing to them 3 years ago. So, Coach always said, protect our house. And, it matters.
Max said it wasn't the best week of practice. He didn't feel like you guys were maybe popping or as smooth as you had been, but still able to pull out a game like this when there were a lot of things that are maybe not going to look pretty on the film. What does that mean for a team to be able to maybe not have your best week of practice this year and have a lot of stuff kind of go wrong or not as you would plan, but still come out with a win over a club like that?
Yeah, I think it means a lot. Coming, playing for 4 quarters. I think it was 0-0 for a long time in that game, and offensively we started off in some short yardage plays that we wish we had back. I'm sure, but I think practice. I think the guys, they're starting to understand. Practicing throughout the week, it means something, and stuff you do during the week shows up on Saturdays. So I'm glad it's not really a wake-up call, but I'm glad that we had this early in the season. Same thing as playing South Carolina. These 2 games are going to go a long way for us. I feel like.
Drake, how much touchdown with that final touchdown and the 2-point conversion attempt? Did you articulate that you wanted the ball in your hands in that moment, or did it just work out to be that way?
Yeah, just having to work out that way. Obviously, I've voiced my opinion. Coach was on the headset. I want the rock in my hands. In the big time moments. That touchdown run was regular power, and the defense. A couple guys off the edge get their eyes caught in the backfield. I don't blame them. They're running for. But Maye ran for 230 yards. They snuck out the outside. And then the second play, it's a 2-point play. I got to make a throw. I think I had Bryson maybe, and then make a play. I think I had JJ in the back end zone too. If I do commit to it, I got to haul butt and kind of get a better jump. It wasn't great, and but hey, win's a win.
Better
You
jump
had
on.
a long wall after the 2-point play where you're coming back to the sideline. Looks like you're looking at the replay. Like, what was sort of the one through your mind there? What were you trying to see what you thought you saw as you were watching the replay?
Yeah, exactly. Just trying to see if I could have maybe thrown it or done something less gruesome on my body. Just find an open guy, throw it to somebody instead of. But hey, I'm gonna leave it all out there. For this football team, for my teammates, for the university. I'm not gonna change that.
What do you think the App State defense early on in the game was kind of doing? It didn't seem the ball was moving as easily as it probably was last week. What do you think they were kind of doing early on in that first half defensively?
Yeah, I think we're just shooting ourselves in the foot. I think that fourth and short, we went to the Wildcat, and that 3rd and short. Those are just some plays we had last week that were successful. We just try to bring it over this week, and I felt like they got some momentum, and then we brought it down, and I think Kobe blocked that dude in the back. It was a iffy 50-50 call, but we shot ourselves in the foot there, had to kick a field goal. So those first 3 drives were kind of self-inflicted. Not really much App State did. Felt they were moving the ball fine.
Got time for 2 more.
Were they taking away any of the deep stuff, and you guys kind of had to check down some of the
Yeah, I mean, out of that kind of mid-odd defense, you can drop 8. So sometimes they have the jack off and drop 8, and they brought some three safety look stuff. But yeah, some of the option game stuff that we have, if they're sitting off, and they just sit it down. And I think we hit one deep one. Personally, if we're going for 230 yards on the ground, I think at some point you just gotta stick to the script. We're running the ball down the throat, so why change it?
Greg, such an emotional high a week ago after South Carolina. What's the vibe like tonight in that locker room? How's it compare?
Sure, that's a good question. I think we're kind of feeling like you go into a test you didn't really study for, and you end up pulling like a B out and getting by on the test. I think that's kind of the vibe. Happy that we got out of there. Not too much, to be down about. And 2-0 the win column. Not many people out there 2-0. So the best we can do is learn from it and get ready for Minnesota. It's going to be a tough team.
All right, thanks, Rick.
Thanks, Greg.
Appreciate it, guys.